Hey guys, welcome to the first Hall of Fame interview with Smiti Danjani, who's from Alain, UAE, and this is Payal Kanchandani here, and from your transformation hub. Okay, so I'm really happy to have her here, and we're going to conduct our first interview today. And she's been able to lose 13 kgs. Okay, apart from that, she's managed to reverse a lot of gut issues that she was having and her acne issues that were happening because of hormonal changes in the body. Right, so super excited to have you on board here, Smiti. And go ahead and please introduce yourself.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hi, my name is Smiti Dhanjani, and I stay in Alain, and I got to know about Payaldi, about the nutrition and everything because I was struggling really badly with my gut issues first to start with, and my weight, of course. So I had gained a lot of weight. I was overweight before, but then it was really hard for me to lose weight in an easy manner. And plus gut issues and everything, and I had really bad acne. I had a history of PCOD as well. So when I started with Payaldi, it went slightly difficult because the journey wasn't easy for me. I am a food lover as well. Like a food addiction I had on a level which was really bad, I can say, and I'm a emotional eater as well. But after doing with Payaldi, like she every single day she used to be like, ho jayega, like just keep on doing it, keep on doing it.
Yeah.
So I couldn't reverse at first because when you start, it's really hard to change your food habits and everything. But then with small changes and small steps and small guidances which used to give, like maybe tricks I can say, which is you can, to switch from unhealthy to healthy version of your lifestyle. It's a big step, but it was a really good journey because I am seeing results now. And of course, when you see results, you're feeling motivated, right?
Yeah,
So that
absolutely.
really helps when you are on a journey and when you have someone who is always pushing and motivating. So it's like it's easier slightly to move on further. And at a point my weight was plateaued, like not moving at all. So after like um I had like an understanding of like what Payaldi says. It's like food is like an energy. And earlier before meeting Payaldi, my food was like a go-to thing in, like, if I'm sad, I'll go and eat food. If I'm happy, I'll go and eat food. And whatever is in front of me, I was, of course, just put it in the mouth, without thinking of how it's going to impact my body and how it's going to make me feel after eating it. So the impact and the feeling after eating food is also being taught by Payali because she guided not only, of course, physical, but mental as well, and the emotional relationship with food as well, because I had a really bad one. And now I can confidently say no to food which is not useful to my body, and especially sweets, because of course that is one of the main weaknesses I had. But now it has changed a lot. I can confidently say ki, हाँ, मुझे नहीं खाना है. And that's a big achievement for me to say no to things which I like very much. And that understanding and that deep level of connection with food is changed now just because of the MBT program, because it's not only about nutrition, but it's about the thinking pattern you have, the emotional pattern you have,
Yeah.
and how to manage stress as well on everyday level, because that really affects my relationship with food. Because if I'm stressed, of course the first thing I
Right.
go to is food.
Yeah. I think
So all these changes, yeah.
I think a lot of people do that, right? Because when you get emotion, mostly everyone turns to food. And at that point, no
Yeah.
one really thinks that, okay, eat healthy. It's okay. If people just want to eat junk or people want to eat something that's going to help them feel better, but eventually it becomes a regret and then it turns into guilt and then it just becomes really messy after that. So, yeah, that's great. So you have
Exactly.
explained your journey. But what was it like? Like, so basically, when you were having these gut issues, and I remember when we first spoke, it was really bad. There was a lot of bloaty feeling. There was a lot of, gas
Yeah.
issues. I remember you explaining me the whole thing, and then we tried and, change a lot of things. Like we started with the gut cleanse basically to clear up your,
Yeah.
to clear up and reverse all the kind of damage that's done. So
Exactly.
as and when, so what was it like, the pain or the frustration before, you joined MBT or before we even consulted one-on-one, because I remember first
Hmm.
you're a one-on-one client and then we moved you to MBT. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So when I started, I really had, like I said, I had really bad gut issues. Like I had bloating, I had stomach pain with bloating, and the stomach pain was bad. It used to go on for weeks, I can say, and then it added to constipation as well, which I was like again really bad, and that led, I think, to really bad hormonal issues, which showed on my face because I had really bad acne. Like now I can see my face is clear, but if you see my face like 2 years back, I mean, you will be like, what is this face? Because I had so much of acne, not only my face, but my back as well. So right now it's like completely different face what I had before, right? So when I started, it was difficult because I had really, like I said, I really had bad habits of eating, like continuously in the day.
Right.
And of course, I think the wheat and the milk products we had stopped
Yeah.
completely to at least cleanse the gut first.
Yeah.
And we had went for completely natural diet, which was on raw food mainly. So we
Right.
had more on salads and we had more on fruits. We had vegetable juices, and all these things really helped to just cleanse the whole body. And once that was done, like I was completely different person because when you're bloated, it's like it creates in a confusion in your brain and I cannot function well.
Yeah.
It was really hard for me to um I don't know, stay calm maybe. I was really like in a second I used to be like, into ready to fight or into
Right.
agitation or
Right.
that frustration which you have because you're not cleansed every day. You feel like
Right.
there's something heavy in your gut, right?
True.
So right now it's like completely different feeling what I had the when I started the first day when we had the
Right.
one-to-one sessions as well.
Right.
And acne as well and PCOS as well. My periods are on track now. Like
Okay.
before, they were slightly up and down. And of course, I had period pain as well, which I don't have now. And
Awesome.
that's also a big change I've seen in me because when I used to have period pain, I used to sleep the first day. The first of my periods, I used to be like completely resting and completely lying down or sleeping or whatever. But now I can go to the gym and I can work out without any pain. You know,
Awesome. Super.
yeah. So I just have back pain sometimes, which is normal, of course, to have it. But then
Right.
abdominal pain, no, it's like
Right.
a different stage now. So
Yeah.
all these changes have really motivated, to
Right.
keep the journey going on because it's like lifestyle changes which you have made for me. And I have switched from my bad choices to good choices, which I'm continuing till
Right.
day. So that's a big achievement for me because I was never a person who would follow a healthy lifestyle before. And of course, do the
Awesome.
steps as well to stay active the whole day. Though I'm a yoga instructor myself, but still, you tend to feel like, giving excuses to harm and I class,
Yeah.
I have to rest, I'm tired and, all
Yeah.
these things. But
Yeah.
then now I feel that no, it's just in your mind, like
Right.
you say every time, right? It's all
True.
in your mind,
Right.
which
Absolutely.
has been a game changer for me. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's been a up and down journey, but a good one.
One. Good. Superb. Superb. That's really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was your commitment to yourself? When I was, telling you about MBT. So for those of y'all who don't know, MBT is Mind Body Transformation Challenge. That's my signature program that I conduct. And in that we have Transformathon, where we have sessions every week, basically, for you to transform yourself, and everyday accountability, as well on WhatsApp. So what was your commitment then? Why did you decide to enroll for MBT?
Because like you said, it's a mind body transformation. So earlier I did only body transformation, which like that was a notion कि हाँ weight loss करना है तो सिर्फ body पे focus कर सकते हैं. But when it comes to your mind, like you change it completely because like I said, my relationship with food was really bad. So after joining MBT, like it was not like a first day change, but slowly, like small things you keep on adding, and the mind hacks we do it, and the whole community comes together, and that actually motivates you to push yourself more.
Hmm.
But the main thing was my mind thing to be changed because that was something which I had to really work on because weight loss चालू हो गया था, but then the root cause, like you say, right, was my mind.
Absolutely. True.
So that was something which I had to really, really focus on
Right.
to join with the MBT program. That really helped me. That really pushed me to, check the deep rooted level of my relationship with my own self, of course, because I was not a person who loved myself because of my weight gain and everything like that. So people who were all around you, they demotivate you all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So to accept yourself and then to change yourself, that was a big process. So that's when MBT helped, on a mental level to
Right.
change the relationship with your own self and with the food you eat. So now it's like I'm not an emotional eater. I can say I'm a balanced eater. I know if I want to eat, I will eat. Okay,
Yeah.
and the next day I can balance it. So that's
Absolutely.
also a big shift, which comes from
Right.
the MBT program, because it's like a mental game.
Right.
uh, yeah, so that really helps. And of course the community, because one day if you're demotivated, the community helps, because
Yeah.
you put the pictures, and if you
Yeah.
feel like you don't want to eat the healthy food today, but if you see
Yeah.
someone's picture, like, okay, fine, that person is doing, so like me also, just
Yeah.
push one more day, just push one more day.
True.
That
Yeah.
really helps to keep on going. Otherwise, to
Right.
be alone, a weight loss journey is hard.
Yeah.
So community really helps.
Right.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. Absolutely. Because everyone's so enthusiastic and everyone's just putting, pictures
exactly.
and stuff. It's like, okay, now if I'm not putting day, like I'm also going to feel, okay, this is not, kind of working, or if I'm, eating
Yeah,
unhealthy, that also picture goes on the group. So it's more like being accountable. That's the main thing,
yeah,
right? If you have accountability, then you tend to be a little more vigilant, and awareness also. So if you want to change
yeah,
anything, you need to have the awareness to change, because if there's no awareness and you're
exactly,
doing the same thing over and over again, you're not going to get different results, right? So
exactly.
you're so when I think about it, like, you're probably the three biggest lessons that you learned. One of them, of course, you've shared, the importance of mind with the body,
Yes.
because a lot of people focus on they focus on nutrition and workouts, which is good, but eventually
Mm.
what happens is the weight comes back, or it's just bouncing in between. Sometimes you're an L, sometimes medium, sometimes small, then you go back to L. So
Yeah,
a lot of people actually have got these, a lot of clothes in the cupboard which different sizes, and then it's like, okay, you're jumping from this size, and then you're just finding it so difficult to kind of stay balanced and stay even I've been there, like I've been there, I think, my pretty much my entire life, so I can relate to a lot of
yeah.
so with that, so mind, yes, the importance of mind was probably one of the biggest lessons that you learned. What
Mm.
would be the other two important lessons that you learned from MBT?
So one thing I want to add here is, like, we told about the sizes, right? So recently I just removed all my L and XL sizes. I was
Awesome.
like, I'm done with these. I'm not
Yeah,
going to go back, So that's the second lesson I can say is, I know how to manage my weight. Like, now I know how to control the food portion, even if I'm going out and I'm eating. But
absolutely.
if
Yeah,
I know that this is my level of eating. That's the thing I will eat. It's my khana bas,
right,
and to keep in mind that I'll keep my stomach slightly empty, because that helps me to stay more active and not feel lethargic, you
yeah,
know. So
true,
controlling the portions is the second thing which I really learned now, and I have a control over it now. So it's like a
right,
big achievement for me as well.
yeah,
Otherwise, pehle I used to eat like daba ke, I can say,
right,
like peet bhar ke, like हाँ खाना
yeah,
सामने पड़ा, so you eat it. But now I know कि मेरे इतनी जरूरत है, तो I'll eat this only. Like you say, like food is energy. So you just are giving energy to your food by eating a
right,
small portion of it.
yeah,
There's no need of going and, putting it everything in your
true,
stomach.
yeah,
So that's the second lesson I've learned. And third lesson is, of course, self-acceptance, like not to, you know, uh, overthink or overjudge yourself.
right,
Okay. So let's say if I'm not able to work out, though I'm giving my 100%, but if I'm not able to do it, I won't kill myself over it. Because earlier I
right,
used to do that.
yeah,
आज मैंने नहीं किया, मैंने पूरा दिन खराब कर दिया, आज मैंने cheat meal खाया, and everything like that. The mind just
true,
goes on, and
true,
that leads to, like, again, procrastination कि हाँ ठीक है कल से करेंगे, आज तो दिन खराब हो गया, so कल से.
true,
But as you say, like, it's ठीक है, दिन को अगर खराब हो गया, like lunch is a bad meal, let's say
yeah,
a cheat meal, so next meal will be a clean meal.
yeah,
So that's also a third achievement, which again I can say, which is, of course, with self-acceptance and not to overjudge, and
right,
not to just go on that emotional ride, so
yeah,
that I'm not again depending on food, you
true,
know. So
yeah,
again, it's like the emotional and the mental, and of course the food portion, which I can say, which I think now it's in my hands. I know how to control it now.
yeah, yeah.
So Yeah, these three
Yeah.
things are main, which I saw a change in me. So
Yeah, which is why still weight is going down. I think before we
exactly.
started this session, the last that I knew of her weight had reached 63.8, and now she was telling me that it's touched 63.3. So we're looking at from a 6 kgs to reaching to 63.3, almost at 62. And I remember Smiti, like you messaged me. I think this was before New Year's in December. Yes,
Yeah,
end.
yeah. Before
Uh,
that was my goal actually.
yeah, so that was your goal, to touch it was 63. And
Yeah,
she did that. So and I remember she was very excited. It was like she couldn't believe it. Oh, that this is happening. So it's like, I think one of the things that what weight loss does is, see, weight loss is basically a byproduct of a healthy lifestyle. Generally when
mm,
people focus, it's more on if it's weight loss for a goal. So when I was running the studio, used to get a lot of clients who said, hey, we're getting married in 3 months, and in 3 months we're looking at this much weight loss. But eventually they were looking only at weight loss as the goal, as an end result. And after marriage they would come back maybe 3-4 months, gained all of that back, and they'd be like, listen, we want to restart again. So
yeah,
it's like, it's the education that people need to have is that it is a lifestyle change. So it's only when you
exactly.
change your lifestyle, that's when weight loss becomes a byproduct, confidence increases becomes a byproduct, self-love increases becomes a byproduct,
Yeah,
your happiness, that too. So it's all to do with changing your lifestyle. So that's what MBT, we focus on changing the lifestyle one step at a time, not too many changes, otherwise very
yeah.
difficult to be consistent. So one of the biggest wins in Smiti's journey was, of course, her 13 kg weight loss. But apart from that, her gut issues that she had. So we had to really work on that. And as well as acne. So like she said, right, her face is really, really clear now. It's like, it's glowing. That's not how it was. So whatever you put in your mouth, that is one. And whatever you put in here, both
Mm,
affect your skin, your health, your body, both. And a lot of people don't realize that, but it's so important to work on mind and body. If you work on body only, so again, if you keep an external goal, you want a weight loss of 10 kgs, uh, chances are that you can go back, and you can bounce back. But try
mm,
to have a goal which is more deeper, right? So it could be a healthy lifestyle, so you can probably enjoy old age with kids, or it could be a healthy lifestyle because you don't want to be dependent on anyone, so you want a good health, right? It could be a lot of things. So try to find what is your big why. So level one, at superficially you might think that, okay, it is because you want to lose 10 kgs, but go deeper. Why is it that you want to lose 10 kgs? Because if it's just about losing 10 kgs and the why is not strong enough, it could be years before you achieve that. I mean, how many of you know of people who have the same resolutions, New Year resolutions, year after year after year? Even a simple thing as wanting to lose 10 kgs, you have 365 days a year, but it's still not happening, right? So I think that's what we discussed also when we went deeper into what is it that what you really want, right? And that's how she was able to stick to her commitment, because I know that she did give up in between. Okay, and she also remember that she did give up in between, because that is life. Okay, that is life. Some days are good, some days are bad, but how do you sustain it and how do you get back on track? I think that's one of the biggest challenges that people face, which even Smiti, yeah, even she faced, right? So what is it that helped you, Smiti, to get back on track?
So when I took a break in between, because as I said, I was plateaued on a weight. Okay.
Yeah,
So after that, again, at that moment, I had not cleared my mind.
yeah,
I just was like, it's a weight loss journey. It's not a mind journey, right? So when I gave up, like when I took a break, I would say, I again gained my weight, because, like you said, right, it's just not about weight loss. It's
yeah,
about the mind as well, which I have to change.
true.
So that moment, I had just changed my body and not my mind. So
Yeah.
I took a break, and then again I went to my old lifestyle again. So again I had gained, let's say, around 5 kgs back. And that's when I again realized that this is not the thing I want. This is like I'm going away from what I had achieved. At least I was not gaining. If I was plateaued, I was not at least gaining, right? So I should have at least maintained that weight and not gained. So that was something which clicked me, and I was like, this is not something I want. This is
Yeah.
not something I chose to do.
Right.
And I really wanted to be my fittest self, because of course, being in this yoga industry also, you have to look a part.
Yeah.
You cannot just be like, "Yahan kaise bhi chalega."
True.
So to set an example also, I had to again bounce back, with my workouts, with my food, with my mindset. I want to change this time, because it was really hard for me to stay focused.
Yeah.
So that was my biggest need at that moment, to at least change my mind. That's when I joined MBT again. It was like, I really need a bounce back
Yeah.
really badly,
Right.
to
Yeah.
again get back. And after that, like after when you are determined with your mind, that's when I think I broke my plateaued weight, and then it just started
Yeah.
going up to
Yeah.
50 then.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Awesome. Super. And what is your goal for this year?
So this year, I want to say this year, I just want to have like 3 months. I want to reach 58 kgs.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and to maintain it for the whole year. That's my
Awesome.
second goal.
That
Yeah,
is,
yeah,
yeah, that is going to be fun
yeah,
because, right,
yeah.
yeah, see, 58, yes, you will reach 58, because
Mm.
you've kept the goal here, plus you're
Yeah,
focusing on your lifestyle, emotional eating. If you focus on the cause, like what is the cause of excess weight, right? It is of course emotional eating. It is a
yeah,
lot of stress. People take a lot of stress and they don't realize that's directly related to their body fat, and so that builds up because of stress. Lack of sleep is another reason. So you may be
yeah,
doing fine with nutrition, you may be doing fine with your workouts, and then still you feel okay, you're at a plateau and you're not losing weight. But then again, the fact that if you're not sleeping properly also affects, which is again related to your lifestyle, like your overall health. So
yes,
yeah, a lot of factors that can actually hamper your weight loss journey. But again, focus on one thing at a time where you can actually make a change and then stick to it. If the change is too big, then you sticking to it is really, really, it could be a challenge. So it's
mm,
like if you have, say, I mean, I saw this picture, like this image, which my mentor Sids had put up, and it was small steps and then big distance between the steps. Now, with the small steps, it's easier to climb, but with the big one, you could do one or two or maybe three, and then probably your knees would give in or it would just hurt too much. So it's just like that in life, right? If you're doing lifestyle changes, then they need to be mini changes, not big changes that cannot be sustainable, because mini changes can be sustainable, and that's exactly what we do in MBT. And so for Smiti, for people who are watching, and who what is your what is your, basically, what would you say to people who are interested in joining MBT, or they want to know more of MBT? Like, what would you tell them?
So at this moment, I remember and I realized that you need to invest in yourself. Okay, so that's the one thing which I again learned from Payaldi, because earlier I used to think, you're spending so much money, because I did spend a lot of money on my gyms, on my personal training, on my nutrition as well. So that came a point where I was like, kitna karungi, like how much I will invest, like how much I will pay to people to help me lose weight.
Yeah.
But then at a point I realized that it's not I'm paying them, but I'm investing in myself. So that's one thing which I really want to tell people, because today health is much more important, which I have realized a little later, after going through a really bad gut issues, and my whatnot body had gone through. But like right now, it's like the main priority for me, it's like my health. you know so if I have like a small change in my body, I'm just going up and down, because I really want to fix it, so that I can function better. And if
Right.
I'm functioning better, I can do and give good results in my tasks as well.
Right.
So the people who are out there, I would really say, don't look at weight loss, but look at the weight which we actually carry here, and the stress which we take here. The MBT program really helps to work on the mental level. Okay, of course, you have the physical level as well we are working on, and everyone does that. But with MBT, it's like you're working on your mind level, which is really important when it comes to your lifestyle shift. So people who are out there, people who are listening to this podcast, please just keep in mind that you're not spending money or investing on your own health, I would say. So that's really, really important to do in these times, because the life is really getting tough these days, and people are into a lot of stress. Like I meet people every day who come to yoga classes, and they are, they just want to release the stress, But then what about you're again and again gaining it back? So that's not the point of leading a healthy lifestyle, right? So you have to really work on the root causes, which MBT really helps, because again, as Payal said, we have small steps, small tricks, which really helps to shift your focus and look at the brighter side and work on yourself. Yeah, so it's like it's an investment. It's not
It's not
something
expensive.
like an
Yeah.
expense. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
yes.
Yeah. That's true. Like my mentor Sid says, you can't be cheap on your journey to success. So basically, yeah, investing in yourself, because we would invest in, say, bags, shoes, dinners. We would invest in all of that without even thinking. But somehow when it comes to investing in ourselves, there's always this and there's a hesitation. So that's, I think, what Smiti is saying, is that when it comes to your health, go for it. Invest in your health, because the health is the only thing that's going to give you great returns if you are, as in when you grow older, right? As in when, so I think that's very important for you to be healthy, happy, and fit, even in your 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. I mean, touch wood, that's the kind of goal or the aim, you should have, right? So, Smiti is also, of
I want
course,
to add just one thing.
yeah.
Sorry.
No, go ahead. Yeah.
So, like you said, right, we invest in bags, shoes, and whatnot. I think more expensive brands and everything. But then just realize one thing, like I'm saying to people who are listening to this, that if you have bloating, if you have a small stomach pain, you won't go and enjoy your branded bag which you invested in. You would really like to release what discomfort you're feeling in your body, so that you can enjoy what you have in front of you. Otherwise, if you're not investing in this brand, you won't be able to enjoy the outside brands which you have, which you're investing in, thinking, this will buy you happiness, this will buy you a distraction. But in reality, you won't be able to enjoy it if you're not enjoying your own self, if you're not enjoying your own body. So yeah, this is why I want to add, because this is a realization I had, because right now, if I also have, as I said, if I have a small stomach pain, also I cannot, think clearly. I cannot sleep. It's like a really bad thing which has got into me, that I have to really clear myself of
Yeah.
whatever is nagging me in my physical, my body health.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And most of the time, honestly, the issues that we have in our physical body is a lot to do with our emotional and mental state of mind. And people now, okay, science is connecting a lot of it, but in our in generally, even in our Hindu traditions or customs or knowledge, right? We use a lot of natural herbs to kind of cure our diseases. A lot of it again is manifested through the mind. So remember, if you can create a disease in yourself, which happens through mind, which means that either you take excess stress, or you have a lot of emotional baggage that you're not releasing. So it could be anything, but they're all linked to your physical body. And for you to honestly change your physical body inside, you need to first change over here. And that is when you can actually reverse diseases as well. And I've done that for myself. So, I definitely speak, with conviction. Right. So awesome. So thank you so much, Smiti. For those of you all in the community, your transformation hub, Smiti is also a yoga trainer, yoga instructor. I am going to put up her details as well on the YouTube link below. I'm going to put up details. If you want to get in touch with her, you can. If you want to join yoga, or if you have any health related issues and you want to seek her guidance when it comes to yoga, go ahead and do that. I'm going to put up her details, and I'm also going to put up details of MBT PT, right? The first step, the fat loss challenge. The link is going to be put up there. If you're watching this, if you're ready to kickstart, your lifestyle change and do this for yourself to create happiness, to create confidence, to create maybe like a good body, and basically loving yourself when you look at yourself, and something deeper than when it comes to your mind-body connection. If you want to work on that, click on the link below, and you will, you can just go ahead and join the challenge, right? So thank you so much, Smiti, for your time. It was great having you here.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Most welcome. See you all in the next video with, again, a Hall of Fame interview with someone else, and super excited for this. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Bye-bye.